tell me a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I'm Chelsea, and I'm the owner of Fausel Imagery. I am a lifestyle and wedding photographer here in Ithaca, New York, and I shoot up and down the East Coast. I would say that weddings are kind of like Sean said, they can be stressful, but I don't want the photography aspect to be stressful for you. So we spend a lot of time laughing and just like developing a friendship basically during our session. And by the time it's over, most people are like, oh, that wasn't as stressful as I thought it was. So I really love my line of work, and I'm grateful to be here with you guys.
There we go. Let me ask you my first question. So what our clients are very interested in what is a first look. Can you tell us a little about a first look and how that falls into a wedding day and the advantages and disadvantages of such?
Yeah. So first look photography is the idea that the couple sees each other before the ceremony takes place. And logistically, it makes a lot of sense, especially for couples that are anxious about having photos done and or want to be present at their cocktail hour. I say this because once they see each other for the first look, we can kind of bust out all of those formal photos and group shots with the immediate family and the wedding party, which again, also beneficial if there's going to be young children or animals in the wedding party.
Great. So animals in the wedding party, how often does that happen?
You know, not often enough, in my opinion. I did convince a couple to get a puppy once for their wedding. It actually was beautiful. But I would say, honestly, there's probably, I'd say it's 50-50.
Okay. A little live excitement happening outside. That's okay. So a lot of my clients, or a lot of clients, want to know that if they're doing that first look so that they're having an opportunity to optimize their time at their cocktail hour, right? If they get a lot of their pictures done earlier, they can spend more time with friends and family. But how much time should they allow for the first look, and when should it happen?
So I think every photographer might be different. I'll just speak from my experience. The first look should be wrapped up before, like a half hour before the ceremony. That gives the couple time to like run in and freshen up, use the restroom, grab things that they didn't want to bring to the photo shoot that they need for the ceremony, etc. So that being said, you kind of work backwards, like 30 minutes from when you need to arrive at the ceremony location. And then I would usually budget about an hour for those first look photos, because the first look itself only takes like 3-4 minutes. And then, it's all those group shots. So you just tell your parents and siblings and wedding party to be ready ahead of time.
Okay, great. And so if your ceremony is not at the same place as your wedding reception, then you should also budget time in for that transportation time as well. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, great. So what if you are working with a couple who wanted to get getting ready photos done, but also wanted to do a first look? What stage of readiness should they be at for those getting ready photos? Like, you don't want to see the whole process, right?
Thank you so much for asking this question. It's such a waste of the couple's money and everybody's time, really, unless you're looking for a stop animation film of somebody braiding your hair or whatever. Like, it's not worth me coming more than 30 minutes of the process. So like, by the time everyone else in the wedding party is ready and you're getting your finishing touches on, let's say it's with a bride, finishing touches are happening, you're feeling good, you're feeling beautiful, your hair's almost done, we're still getting the action shots, people are still in the matching robes, whatever, we can do a few photos with mimosas, and everything's done and ready. And while you're getting the final touches, I'm photographing the dress and doing the storytelling images. So I feel like honestly, under no circumstances do you ever need more than like 30 minutes of getting ready pictures. And that's like,
Right. So it'll give you an opportunity to get some of those really nice detail shots, get the last finishing touches with you and maybe some of, or the couple and some of their wedding party, but not so early, as you mentioned, that it's a complete waste of the hours of your package of your time.
yeah, I would say it also may depend on the circumstances of the couple and their family. Like if they have family that are coming from out of the country or very far away, or, you know, it's been COVID for a couple of years and people are seeing each other for the first time in some of these instances, they may want like more coverage time with those candid interactions. So I guess I would leave that up to the couple's discretion, but in a normal, like pandemic free life, I think 30 minutes is pretty sufficient.
Good. And you would find out all that information in their intake consultation, right? When you're starting to work with them. Yeah. Okay, great. Now, the Finger Lakes region is absolutely beautiful. A lot of couples would like to take their photographs in different iconic locations. Where would you say are some really wonderful spots for photography in the area?
I will say, like, engagement photo wise, there are some really beautiful, like there's Ludlowville Falls, which are incredible. There's Ithaca Falls behind the high school, also incredible. If you're looking more for like the woods style, I love going to Upper Treenan. That's got some, you know, beautiful shale formations and things like that. And then if you're looking for more of like the city vibe, you know, the commons are incredible and there's lots of beautiful street art downtown. And then I do have people that are like, you know, we're just super uncomfortable with pictures. We don't know what we want to do. We don't really hike. We don't really want, you know, whatever. Or it's upstate New York, so we have like 5 winters.
So true.
For like inside photography for like these engagement sessions. So like I tell my couples to pick an activity they like to do, like if they prepare a meal together, that can be really flirty and romantic and beautiful to do as well.
Nice. And so if a couple wants to do some of those locations, they can use them either for their engagement photos or potentially for their first look as well, depending on travel time and the number of hours that they've booked with you.
Yeah, I would say, you know, the proximity of where they're going to be for the day. If they want
Right.
to do anything that's like really away from the reception and the ceremony, I encourage the first looks. We have that extra bubble of time to go to like West Campus on Cornell or over toward Taganic Falls.
Right. So it's really important to think about the timing as well as where you want to be and how far it is from everything.
It's so weird to answer that question. I feel like I'm a visual storyteller. So to me, I like to make sure that the couple is living in their wedding day. I want them to be experiencing it. And when they look back at their images, I want it to be re-experienced with even like more pizzazz. Like, so that said, I do a lot of like focus on the things that were important to them, like their decor and, you know, the location itself. And I pay close attention to hugs and tears and laughter like that. So I try to tell their story through pictures.
Okay, great. And so in order for you to be able to capture that narrative of the day, how long would you say your package ranges are?
Yeah, I have like 3 different hour suggestions that I've realized over the last almost 10 years that I've been doing this that make the most sense. There's an elopement package, which is 2 hours. There's the 5-hour option, which is for more intimate, less interested in getting ready pictures, maybe not going to do a first look. And then there's the 8-hour package, which is definitely want to do the first look, go to a couple locations, get some getting ready pictures, like the whole shebang through like the reception.
Okay, great. And what budget wise would couples be looking at for those different packages?
Yeah, The elopement package is starting at $950. And then my 5-hour package, I think, is around $2,000. And then I think they just go up by like a $700 increment from that point.
Okay, I think it's really important for couples to sort of get a realistic idea of knowing what things will cost in terms of as they're setting their budget. And especially with photography, in that it's something that they will take with them after the wedding is all done, and things that they will look at, you know, years and years later. So it's an important element to be really thoughtful about. So I wanted to show a couple of photos of your work, Chelsea. So I'm going to share my screen. Hold on a sec. So this is a gorgeous photo of the sunburst coming through their bowed heads together. That's a really beautiful, intimate shot.
That's a great example of golden hour photography, which usually if you're having like an late afternoon or evening wedding and you're doing like a 5-hour package or an 8-hour package, it'll be when the sun is setting. And that picture was taken during that time at Silver Queen Farm.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, and I want to add another photo here we have. Out in the woods.
Yeah, these guys are incredible. They had this beautiful creek on their property, and they did a first look, and actually he was facing the other direction. And she walked across the stones barefoot toward him and turned him around. And then this was her leading him back after he saw her.
Oh, what a beautiful moment. That's just really gorgeous. Wow. Well, you know, Chelsea, thank you so much. Thank you for being a trooper at the beginning of this as I was working out the feedback with introducing you, but I really appreciate it. And I just want to say I really appreciate all the important information that you shared with all of the couples that will be viewing this. If you want to get in touch with Chelsea, you can reach out to her through sweetbowcollective.com. Or you can also reach out to her directly at Fausel Images, and that's FAUSELIMAGERY.com. Sorry, it's FauselImagery.com. And again, thank you so much, Chelsea, and I will look forward to working with you again.